I am very pleased to address this audience, where I see many young people. I guess I can tell and call them the leaders of tomorrow, on this very important and timely topic of entrepreneurship and leadership during times of change and uncertainty. I think it has come and become the common wisdom to say that crisis and uncertainty is not only a challenge, but also an opportunity. We hear such statements quite often during the last year or so since the fall of Lehman Brothers, but I dare to say that we rarely give a deeper thought to what this really means. What does change mean to a business which faces a sudden fall in demand for its products and its income? What does change mean to a particular profession, be it a scientist or a finance investor who suddenly understands that the only way and old way of doing things suddenly stop working? What does the change mean to society, which after being used to years of prosperity realizes that the positive trends of economy are by no means assured for us? These are the very important questions. It may sound controversial, but I think we should appreciate the value of our uncertain times just to be able to seize the opportunity to reflect upon them. Reflect upon these questions is it in itself a very valuable exercise because it allows us to see deeper behind the routine of our daily business and to really question if our habits are still relevant today. Some say that we should not waste this crisis. I would say that we should use it first of all as an opportunity to pause in our daily hectic work and rethink what we do and how we go about it, how we deal with uncertainty and the desire for something stable. I think one of the deepest tensions in the human nature is the tension between the need to change and the longing for stability, for something certain, something we can really rely on. This tension can be found in our human relationship. It is also present in our professional and business activities. Managing the tension requires the ability to see opportunities in situations of great uncertainty, the ability to exploit them to the benefit of ourselves and our community. I think this is one of many ways to define a leader. Leaders seize opportunities even at the times of most unexpected change. Leader motivates and enables other people to face change and to drive it the way that allows us to address the concerns and demands of fellow members of our society. However, there are also things which are stable, or at least I wish them to be stable. I think that the values such as freedom and responsibility, courage, honesty, and compassion, to name but a few, are crucial for us to be able to deal with change. They are important in our human relations. They are important in our professional and business relations. they are also very important in what we can call our policy or our nation state. And the true leader is the one who practices these values to equal extent in all these spheres of personal, communal, and social life. This may sound to you as something quite distant from your routines and your business, but I'm convinced that entrepreneurship is very close to what I just referred to as important values which should guide us in our life. We hear quite a lot of these days about the greed of capitalists and how it caused the concern and economic decline. But if we put this in somewhat different perspective, we could say that it is exactly the pursuit of profit attained by meeting the demands of people in the most efficient way that has less the driving force behind the amazing growth of prosperity for the middle-class people during the last century in the liberal market economies. Of course, we can spend hours arguing if higher income and higher economic prosperity means better quality of life and more happiness. But I think it is quite fair to say that it is the freedom of pursue our imagination and creativity and putting our skills to how we see best is also to the benefit of our societies. And isn't it the entrepreneurs who are at the forefront of making or matching the scarce resources which it demands of society? They are the ones who are not afraid to fail, because every failure can also teach us something valuable, show different ways of using what we have to create something that we need. Isn't that also a value added of the crisis? To push us to look for new ways of using our skills and other resources to meet the changing needs for our customers. This brings me to the issue which is very close to you. How can you, or how can we have more people in Lithuania and in Europe who can be described as real entrepreneurs who are willing to take risks and therefore, by their nature, regard the situation of change as an opportunity to create something new and valued by others? Some said it is the nature of some individuals. Others point to the culture of particular countries. For example, the United States of America, which I happened to know quite well, as particularly conducive to the emergence of entrepreneurs. But I do believe that the skills of entrepreneurship can be best nurtured when we provide conditions from the early years of childhood, and here education has its essential role to play, be it early years of education or university studies at the institution like yours. I am convinced that education is essential in changing the culture of dependence and excellence reliance on state into the culture of individual freedom and responsibility, risk-taking and creativity, pulling together resources which lead to innovation and growth. The importance of universities in educating such responsible and creative individuals is immense.